This video demonstrates how to use MISRA C Rule Check, a feature of the CCRL CCRX CCRH Compiler Professional Edition, using eSquare Studio. The CCRL CCRX CCRH compiler has a feature to check if the source code follows the MISRA C rules. The rule checking is performed concurrently with compilation, enabling efficient program development and quality improvement. Let's take a look at how to configure MISRA C Rule Check in an eSquare Studio project, using the CCRX compiler as an example. MISRA C Rule Check can also be configured in the same way using the CCRL or CCRH compiler. Open Project, C++ Project Settings, and select MISRA C Rule Check. Let's use the rules of the latest standard, MISRA C 2012 as an example. Select Yes MISRA C 2012 from the drop-down list of Check the source code by MISRA C. The Apply All Rules option applies all MISRA C rules supported by the compiler. If you also want to check across multiple files, check Enable Intermodule Checking. When enabling intermodule checking, the parallel build must be disabled at the same time. This will increase the build time. To disable parallel build, go to C++ Build and select the Behavior tab, then uncheck Enable Parallel Build. By selecting another option in the drop-down list of Apply Rule, you can check only some MISRA C rules, apply specified rules, or check all rules except some, ignore specified rules. It is also possible to apply only the rules in the mandatory and required categories of MISRA C or to include or exclude specific rules from these categories as well. For example, let's configure to apply the mandatory and required rules, except for Rule 3.1. Select Ignore Specified Required Rules in the drop-down list of Apply Rule. Click the ellipsis button next to Exclusion Rule Number from Required Rule, and open the Specify Rule Number window. Check 3.1 and click OK. Click Apply and Close to complete the configuration. Let's check your source code with the MISRA C rules. Build the project after the configuration of the MISRA C Rule Check. If there is a problem in your source code that violates the MISRA C rules, a message will appear in the log on the build console. The message contains the file name and line number where the problem was discovered, as well as the number and description of the violated rule. Double-click on the message and move focus to the corresponding line in the source code. You can also see the message from this icon next to the source code. Next, let's correct the issues in your source code. This message indicates that the number of array initializers is short for the number of array elements. Thus, append 0, an implicit initial value, explicitly to the end of the initializer list. Execute build again and notice that the icon and message disappear. You can improve the quality of your source code in this way. Then, let's check the compiler licenses for the MISRA C Rule Check. The MISRA C Rule Check is a feature of the CCRL CCRX CCRH Compiler Professional Edition. This feature is available by purchasing a Professional Edition license. If you already have the Standard Edition, you can upgrade to the Professional Edition by purchasing the Upgrade Edition license and use the MISRA C Rule Check feature. The Evaluation Edition also allows you to try out the features of the Professional Edition for 60 days. We encourage you to take advantage of this trial period to try out the MISRA C Rule Check. For more information about the Renesas compiler licenses, please refer to the link in the description of this video. Congratulations! You now have the MISRA C Rule Check exactly the way you want it.